We're following the case of 25-year-old
Yo,
Shanquella
what up,
Robinson,
YouTube?
who
It's the Real
died while
Boss
on a trip
TVA
to
15. You
Mexico
already
with
know what it
friends
is,
last
man.
month.
I
Her
got some
parents
good
say her
info
friends
from a
told them
reliable
she died
source
from
on this
alcohol
case. I
poisoning,
want y'all
but
to
an
check it out.
autopsy report is painting a completely
We're just
different
gonna lay out
picture.
some of the
Robinson's
small
mother
details
joined the
first.
stream earlier today. Here's a bit of what she said.
I didn't believe any of them stories. So after we received the autopsy on Thursday evening, and the autopsy told us what had actually happened to her, and so that took it to a whole nother level because they're saying that it was alcohol, and alcohol was not the cause of her death.
Yes, it was not.
CBS News national correspondent Jerika Duncan is closely following this story and joins me in Studio 57 now with more. Jerika, this is so disturbing on so many levels, so many open questions at this point. First of all, what do we know about what happened to Shanquella Robinson on this trip to Mexico?
We know that she went on a trip with friends and she didn't come home, for starters. There is a video.
And I'm just showing y'all this first, so we're gonna go with the basics, and then I'm gonna get into some real stuff from a reliable source. These are big dogs. I don't get information from YouTubers or nothing. I don't watch people channels. I reach out to real people, FBI, all that type of stuff. I'm finna show y'all something.
Video out there, which we have not verified, but her mother said she watched it. She believes it's her daughter. And in the video, she is being beaten up by these alleged friends. She's naked. There's someone filming this incident and saying, at least fight for yourself. This is allegedly the best friend that her mother said she believes was there. It's a horrifying story. A number of people actually reached out to me and said, hey, why not do something on this woman? And I hadn't heard of it, to be completely honest with you, Elaine. And the more digging that I did, it was obvious that this did rise to a national level. You don't assume that when your daughter goes off on vacation with her friends, that they're going to end up dead. As to what exactly happened, those details still have yet to be sorted out. We know that the autopsy report said that she appeared to have died from a fractured neck or broken neck, fractured vertebrae. Initially, her mother told me that the friends who were there came to the house to give their condolences, said that they believed her daughter died from alcohol poisoning. But it was 2 days after that that the mother got the autopsy report and realized there was no mention of alcohol poisoning.
So I just
Okay. Now, first off, I want to say, you see how they said no mentioning of alcohol poison. They, the the autopsy didn't really mention anything about alcohol if it was in her system or anything, which to me, I feel like that doesn't really matter because the alcohol poison we all know was a lie. I mean, we all know they was partying and stuff, but it didn't mention anything about it. And that's why Nancy Grace was so upset because she was asking the federal agent, ATF, shouldn't it say at least if she did or didn't, because they try to say that was the cause. But he said, yeah, you would think they would at least say she did or didn't have any, but in this situation, they didn't mention it. And it's probably because they already just knew what the cause of the death was. But check it out. Now, like I said, anybody that's really serious about this case and you want to get information, you can do it. Most stuff is public. And sometimes when you get information, you're going to have to pay for it. So what I did was I got a consultation from a federal lawyer to explain to me why, you know what I'm saying, this case ain't moving the way we want it to move or what we think is should move. And I really want to see if I can get him up on here, but we're gonna have to try to do that Monday. But he did tell me some good stuff, and he showed me, he sent me some links and stuff. And y'all gotta check this stuff out too if y'all really want to know about the cases. Y'all can't like when I first was explaining to him why I want to know this information, because I'm like a journalist, I do YouTube, and I want to inform people because a lot of people on social media and all that believe this and they're dragging their feet. You know what he did? He started laughing at me. When I mentioned social media, he said he started laughing. He said, "Listen, son, there's no such thing as FBI dragging their feet. They are equipped with everything they need, and there's reasons why we're sitting here thinking nothing's going on when most likely Dejahnae is in U.S. custody. And I'm gonna show you these. I'm gonna show you this receipt about how this works too. But I'm just trying to break it down to you because we all know the state can't handle this case. The feds is investigating this case, and the feds got to get them first before they even extradite it, right? So what the lawyer's telling me is 9 times out of 10 they already have been and got Dejahnae. Now, when I was explaining him the circumstances of the situation, they're saying, yeah, they might not been and extradited her because what's ever in that red warrant that Mexico got implements some other kids, and now they got to put together enough proof to go ahead and get them. See, look, y'all not paying attention. There's a reason why Nazir and Elise ain't running. There's a reason why they've been spotted out there working. But look who's running. Dejahnae, Winter, and Malik. You feel me? There's a reason why they're nowhere to be found. And I was explaining to the lawyer, he said, yeah, the first step is they're gonna put subpoenas on her door. But anybody with the right mind knows to hurry up and leave because they cannot serve you with a subpoena if it hasn't been put in your hands. They go to that house and the subpoena is still sitting on the door. You're not obligated to show up because you ain't never received a subpoena. So of course they're not gonna be at home, but that's one of the reasons why they fled, because they got to get their stuff together. Now, the feds probably been and already got Dejahnae in custody and gathering all this information to implement the other three because their names gonna be in that warrant. They probably didn't have a warrant for them, but they had their names in that warrant, and that's for the U.S. to be doing investigating on because they're in the U.S. If that makes sense. That's why they gotta be extradited. You know, Mexico ain't coming to pick them up. U.S. is extraditing them. U.S. is conducting their investigation. Now, the reason why we feel like we're not getting the answer that we're saying, he sent me to these documents and everything. Watch this. Look, y'all got to understand the law, man, and stop just running with things. We want everything. The world ain't never worked the way we wanted to. If the world worked like way it's supposed to, we all be getting paid $35 an hour, benefits. We have 5-year warranties on a job where they can't fire us. All that, man. This is the law right here. And y'all got to start doing your research, man, because y'all always want to say stuff to YouTubers and people that's doing research, and y'all ain't doing it. That's the thing. Y'all just ain't doing no research. Now, this is the law, man. Look at this. Can FBI release information about an arrest while investigating? No. Such information is protected from public disclosure in accordance with the current law and Department of Justice and FBI policy. This policy preserves the integrity of the investigation and the privacy of individuals involved in the investigation prior to any public charging for violations of law. Now, when he's breaking that down, he's saying that this means that they cannot release any arrest, any information until they get everything together because you got other people that was involved and they may be helping. Do you get what I'm saying? If they tell us what's all in the warrants, we gonna come messing with they witnesses and stuff. This is the FBI, people. And if you know about any FBI cases, people pray that the state will pick up their case before the FBI because the FBI be trying to get everybody. You've seen it, even in Young Dolph case. We all complaining saying there wasn't no justice for Young Dolph. They already been had somebody arrested and indicted the first month and told us about that 2 years later when they got straight dropping all the other people. This is the way it works. But the FBI moves like this because when they try to give you time, they give you time. So best believe when that justice come, it's gonna be more justice than what we wanted because the FBI give you time, man. And they are like they might end up having to serve some time in Cabo and out here. Once they get out of Cabo, years and years later, they might have to do time out here. This is what the lawyer is telling me.